Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Mixed Tag Team Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Smitty, with my lovely soon-to-be wife, Amber.
Hey!
And we are going to be talking about wrestling. We have some huge breaking news. If you guys are not familiar with, keeping up with social media, ESPN actually broke the fact that Seth Rollins tore his ACL and his MCL on a overseas tour in Ireland. So he will... Woo! I didn't release news yet.
Yeah!
But he will be vacating his WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And there will now be a tournament at Survivor Series to crown the new WWE champion. Typically, we didn't want to start off with this, or we did normally we would talk about what happened on Raw and SmackDown, but honestly, a lot of that's irrelevant because this has changed everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm glad that he's gone.
Well, you say that now, but honestly, I know there are some Seth Rollins haters, my fiance, but he is, he's been, the guy carrying the show, the shows, honestly, throughout the last 6 months. Who is the WWE going to replace him with? There's really no stars right now, with John Cena being out for the next month and a half still. Brock Lesnar is not full-time, and I doubt that they're going to bring him in and pay him a crap load more money to carry the belt. So what do you think? Where do you think this is going to go?
I honestly don't know. I do have to point out the fact that I do think that Seth Rollins deserves a break. He has been performing how many days out of the week, he deserves a break. So I'll give him that. Honestly, I don't know. Roman Reigns, they won't pull Sheamus yet, but Roman Reigns, I don't know. That's the only one I can really think of. John Cena's gone.
Yep.
He's on vacation. With Nikki Bella, I might add, for the Divas. Randy Orton, injured.
He'll be out until at least beginning of next year.
Mm-hmm. Now Seth Rollins, injured. So those are three main WWE... I don't know, they're just three main characters that WWE relies on, and they're all out. Let's see. I even thought today that they might pull John Cena back until they could figure it out. But then I'm no, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think they will. Honestly, who is left? I know that all the guys that have been in the background, they might start pulling up, King Barrett.
I highly doubt that.
Well, bring him up into the spotlight. I'm not saying they're going to make him champ. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying they're going to start pulling people up now to use them and to use what they have. And I don't know, but as a WWE champ, I don't know, Roman Reigns.
Honestly, there's only a few names that you can see on the roster being WWE champion. It's not going to be Alberto Del Rio because he just came back, so cross him out.
And he has the U.S. title, and I think they're going to make him keep that for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully she can come back in. Are you there?
Send me a little bit. Hello?
Are you there now? Yeah, we can hear you.
Hold on. Now. You're starting to move. What?
You're breaking up bad.
Hello.
Yeah, I can't. It's really delayed and muffled right now. Yeah.
Bebe!
Yeah.
You're frozen.
You're frozen.
Oh! Are you live?
Hello? We are still live.
No, I'm saying, like, are you, like, moving? Technical difficulties. Am I moving? Did you get? All right, we are actually still live. Wow, okay. Hi.
Hi, yeah, I'll just edit that out. So, anyways, can you hear me?
You're very choppy.
Really? All right, can you hear me better?
A little bit better.
All right. What I was gonna say is like they'll do a bad news, even as a person because honestly, he's stuck in a middle card.
Okay, from here and like before, I did not hear one word you just said.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, I'll just move on from that.
Sorry.
Me, no, it's all good. We're having technical difficulties. That's Google Plus for you. I had that with my other podcast, but anyways, to me, I think that the biggest winners for Seth Rollins being injured is clearly just Dean Ambrose, because I think that will basically force to push him up. Because I mean, besides Roman Reigns, there's really nobody else there. Dean Ambrose at least have been in title matches, and he has been a closer, a headliner at the pay-per-views and stuff like that. Possibly Kevin Owens. They're definitely still high on Kevin Owens, even though for a while we were a little worried that they weren't. Other than that, yeah, it's Kevin Owens, Dean Ambrose. The one thing I do want to possibly throw out there is the fact that I can possibly see the WWE, because Daniel Bryan is actually medically cleared, I believe.
He is medically cleared. What it is that they don't know if rumor has it is that a little bit ago, I don't know, a couple months ago, he sat down with Triple H and he sat down with Vince McMahon and told them, like, listen, I want to wrestle. That's what I want to do. I'm medically cleared, and if you don't let me wrestle, I'm going to go wrestle somewhere else. Well, it's been months now, and it's the whole concussion thing.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So I don't know.
That could be a nice curveball though, to throw Daniel Bryan in there.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, so I mean, other than that being a curveball, I don't really see anything completely like that would come out of nowhere. Like, I don't see Rusev being WWE World Heavyweight Champion. But like I said, I think it's a perfect opportunity for Dean Ambrose or Kevin Owens, because Roman Reigns was going there anyways. I mean, he did co-headline WrestleMania with Brock Lesnar, so he's clearly going to be in that match for the championship. They might throw a curveball and not have him win.
Who else would be in there?
Again, I can only see Ambrose being in that tournament. I can see Sheamus being in that tournament. I can see Kevin Owens being in that tournament. Because I don't even know how many people will be in that tournament, because it's really still not clear what they're going to do.
Probably 8.
You think 8? So I don't
know, 8 or less.
There was 4 there, between Reigns, Ambrose, Owens, and Sheamus. That's
maybe only 4. I don't know who else would be. I have a feeling that they're because of like the 3 main characters being out now. I see them starting to bring people up, bring more people into the spotlight, get a little bit more get a little bit more adventurous with the storylines, because now everything changes. And now they have to use their Stardust. They have to use their Cesaros. They have to use their,
Cesaro will be in that tournament for sure.
Yeah. I wonder when Tyson Kidd's coming back.
It's going to be a while.
Is it? I thought so.
Yeah, I believe it was spinal cord, so I believe that.
Yeah, that's going to be.
It's going to be a while. If he ever comes back.
Yeah, I don't know. Albert Del Rio. Well, no, I don't think they give him a shot. But I don't know. He might be in it, and they might eliminate him early. But then I don't know, because they're trying to build him, so I don't know. I don't think anybody else. I mean, Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler would be a nice face to be in there. Oh my God, if Dolph Ziggler actually won the World Heavyweight Championship, I would be pissed.
Why? He deserves it.
He does not.
He deserves it. I'm sorry, but you know what? He gets his butt beat all the time, okay? He deserves a little push, a little giddy up.
He got a little push. He doesn't need any more push.
No, although him and Tyler Breeze.
Yeah, and that too.
Him and Tyler Breeze. He's out.
Yeah, exactly. But again, everything's off the table considering everything got screwed up by this. It completely changes every storyline because it looked like they were going to do Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose. And that storyline's probably going to be crushed because they need two of those guys to now battle for the World Heavyweight Championship.
I was going to say Kane, but then I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Series. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I was like, oh, Kane wanted it really bad. Nah.
No.
I don't know. See, everything just gets messed up now. So now they're going to have to be really adventurous with Plan B.
Yeah, this is a huge plan B. This is something they probably did not in the least bit ever plan, something that Seth Rollins had to be written out for at least 6 months. That completely changes that. He'll be back, I believe that'll be either right before or right after WrestleMania.
Hey, and maybe somebody else will come back. I mean, maybe they'll bring The Rock back for a little bit and do him against the Authority. Or maybe there's been rumor has it that, oh no, I was just reading an article about it. Oh, help me out, babe. Search the G.
G.
Yeah, not Goldberg. Was it Goldberg? Yeah, it's Goldberg.
Goldberg, yeah.
Yeah. Rumor has it.
Back.
Rumor has it he might be back for, a match or two. You never know.
He's been putting on that hype train for a while. I very much doubt that the WWE will want to ever go that way again after he just ditched the company after making a crap load of money off of them.
Well, hey, there's a lot of people that did and they came back. There's a lot of people that screwed over WWE. They came back. So you never know.
But at least they were still an asset. Like Brock Lesnar screwed over WWE, but when he came back, he was still a huge name. He was actually a bigger name when he came back than when he left. Goldberg has done absolutely nothing to be a name to come back. Like Batista, he at least he did movies and something.
I know, but come on now. He's been quiet for a while. Sometimes that works. Sometimes that works when all of a sudden, you go away for a while and you come back all fresh and fluffy. Sometimes that works. And I just hope that they train with him, though, so that he can put on a show instead of doing a 30-second match or whatever,
Yeah, see, that's the thing. He's in his mid-40s. I just don't see him doing more than 3-minute match anyways.
Our dryer's done.
Yeah, exactly.
At least people know we have clean clothes.
Exactly. But I have no idea. If I gave any predictions, I can see either them doing honestly a triple threat match like somehow Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose at like for like a semifinal ends up being like a tie or like a double count out or something screwy where it'll be a 3-person match. Or I could see them having Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns and one of them turning against each other. But I honestly, at this point, I don't even know if that would be best for business. Before Seth Rollins got hurt, I can totally see one of those two turning on each other. Now that Seth Rollins is hurt, like, can you really afford like losing another face wrestler?
Well, they need an ultimate heel.
True, they do, and that would be really cool if somehow Roman Reigns actually joined the Authority.
I hope they don't join the Authority, though. I hope they make it like a third party, like, you know, the Authority, face, third party, like somebody that's like against both of them. I don't know. That would be kind of cool, I feel. Just because I'm kind of getting sick and tired of the Authority. I mean, the Authority will always be there, okay? Like, they will always be there. But, I don't know. Like, it's just, first was Randy Orton, you know, for the longest time. Then it was Seth Rollins. It's always been Kane. Like, Kane's always been a part of the Authority. Like, I don't know. Why are they always like the main heel, or why are they always like the ultimate? I understand it, you know, like they run the show, you know, but why does it always have to be focused on that? Like, have like a rebel and make them heel, you know? Don't always have somebody in the Authority's, you know, back pocket. Even though I already know, you know, the Authority always has a plan B. But I don't know. I want it different. I want to mix it up a little bit.
I think that their experiment with the Authority, like, it's classic. Like, they're going back to the corporation with Vince McMahon. It just they're not on TV enough. Like, them themselves aren't on TV enough, and that's where it fails. And I can understand why they're not on TV enough, because Triple H runs NXT and he does so much, and then Stephanie does she's the brand manager, so she has to be out doing a lot of stuff too. So I can understand why they're both not on TV. But the Authority has gotten a little dry, but having a new face to the Authority would be a fresh look. And maybe them actually building some sort of alliance with somebody. Like, just imagine somehow if Bray Wyatt actually becomes champion and aligns himself with the Authority, and them having that stable, like, you can actually see them dominating for a very long time. And then they would have to have a strong face like Roman Reigns eventually come break through. That would just be genius.
I don't know. I don't want that, because then you don't have enough. I don't know. They don't have a good balance of heels and faces.
They haven't really done that.
They have. I mean, who's heel? Let's think about this. Who is heel? The Wyatt family, Stardust, but he's like they could, like, there's like heels and there's faces, and then there's like those in betweens where like you can turn them right or left, you know? So
you can turn Stardust,
you know, like you know, R-Truth, King Barrett, Cesaro, like those are people that you can flip on a dime. But who is really faces and heels right now? There's Dean Ambrose, there's Dolph Ziggler, there's Roman Reigns. And then heels. The Wyatt family, Kevin Owens, Alberto Del Rio.
Alberto, for sure.
There's Ryback. Ryback's a face, but I pray to God, don't do anything with Ryback. The Big Show. He's been back and forth way too many times, but he's been heel for a while, actually. Mm-hmm.
But he also does his own thing too, so Like, sometimes he does beat up the good or the bad guy because the bad guy's just in his way. They've done the same thing with Mark Henry, who's not even on TV much anymore, where they flip-flopped him so many times it just doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they just Rusev's always been heel.
Although, that kind of, they kind of threw a wrench in Rusev's storyline because Lana is face. I feel like unless she does something crazy, she will always be face. People love Lana. Lana's engaged to Rusev. They are forever now tied. Unless if they break up. So how are you going to sit there and portray him as heel when he is... I mean, they can't do the whole good versus evil thing anymore. Like, they can't do that with them, too. So they have to pick and choose what Rusev is. And honestly, it depends on Lana because... Honestly, I think people like Lana more than Rusev.
But they clearly do love Lana more than Rusev, but I do think that they can make those two heels again and cement them as heels. Like, I don't think I can ever truly see Rusev being a face wrestler.
I can't see Lana, though, being a heel.
Well, she was. When she
I know that she was, but she's, like, beloved by everybody. She's, like, this hot Russian lady with, like, blonde hair and, like, I don't know, skinny legs that's always wearing high heels and, like, I don't know.
You can easily do it because she can say that she wanted to trick the beloved American Dolph Ziggler and all this good stuff, and it turns her heel immediately. Like, that she just used him to teach America a lesson and just make it about that again, and she'll be heel like that.
I guess. I don't know. I hope they don't, though. Although, I don't know. It's see if they just threw a wrench in that one, because, I don't know, I just see Lana's face. And I see her with Dolph Ziggler and, like, both of their blonde hair and their, like, carky attitudes. And then I see Rusev, that's a heel. So I don't know how they're going to work that out. But, I mean, who else could they really, do you want to talk about who might be coming back soon?
Well, on another huge breaking news, Goldust has been on Twitter basically saying that he's recovered and he's looking at that Intercontinental Championship. And he's actually gone out and taunted Owens a little bit on Twitter. I'll post that on our Mixed Tag Team Podcast Facebook page. He's basically gone out and said that he can make the Intercontinental Championship worth it and big again. And thanks to Owens for keeping it warm for him while he's been out. So he's basically been talking a lot of garbage. And I like it. I like they do need. I don't think they need Goldust back, but he would definitely make wrestling more entertaining.
Yeah, and he would definitely be welcomed.
He would be, and that honestly, that would just be a good way to, if they did do that, which I would. I really don't want to see Goldust taking the championship away from Kevin Owens, but if Kevin Owens dropped it, like, just, vacated the title to go towards the World Heavyweight Champion, or if he was World Heavyweight Champion, I would love to see Goldust hold the belt and have Stardust be brought into the championship race again, because he's been basically fluttering on nothing for a very long time.
Yeah. You know what I was thinking, though? That would be a perfect time to bring back God, what is his name? Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
No. Hold on. Here's my thinking, okay, is that you have Stardust, all right? He's like this crazy guy. Then you have Goldust. He's also this crazy guy, and they're brothers. They are pretty much the same character. The only difference is one's a little nutty, and the other one is not. He's seasoned. And so my thinking towards that is if they do bring back Goldust, one's going to give. Like, one's going to have to give. And I know one's going to be evil, and one's going to be a heel, and one's going to be a face. But they can't square off again because they already did that.
They really never finished it.
Yeah, they did.
No, they had that match, but like it still wasn't definitive. The only reason why they weren't able to finish is because Goldust actually got hurt. I think they were going to have another match, but Goldust hurt his shoulder and had to have shoulder surgery.
Okay, but then after that match, where do they go with both of them being on the main roster? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
I don't know, so maybe.
It would be the perfect time to have Cody Rhodes come back, honestly, because one, we want Cody Rhodes back. He was, like, I love Stardust. He's a great character, great heel, but Cody Rhodes could have been a great face.
He could, and that's what I'm saying. Oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah, and they need faces right now.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It'd be a perfect time for them to lay off Stardust and bring back Cody Rhodes, and then maybe when Goldust retires, bring back that Stardust. Like, have that weird little, I don't know, but just have both of them, it's just overload on that type of character.
I agree. Now, I do want to get to the ramifications of Seth Rollins losing the champion or vacating the championship on NXT. Now, do you think they will be calling up more NXT wrestlers to not necessarily compete for the WWE Championship because they don't want to tarnish the championship that badly by having someone from NXT just come up out of nowhere and beat the WWE wrestlers, but it'll be a nice time to add more talent to the main roster. And do you think that's going to happen? And who would you want to see come up?
I was thinking about that. I mean, let's say, like, Finn Balor and Samoa Joe, they're still kind of going at it, right?
Yeah.
Like, with Samoa Joe interfering, thinking that he was going to go and kick some butt, and then went after Finn Balor instead. Either I think two things are going to happen, okay? Either they're not going to touch NXT, and they're going to keep it how it is. They're going to keep it how it is and figure it out, or they will bring up Samoa Joe or Finn Balor. I don't think they'd bring up anybody else but them two. And it's either or.
Highly disagree.
Why? Who?
I highly disagree.
Who
I
else?
do think this may catch you off guard. I can completely see them calling up Apollo Crews.
No.
I can see him.
He's too new. No.
He's not too new to wrestling. He's basically, they've shot him up just like they shot up Kevin Owens. He may not have the mic skills Kevin Owens does.
Title. He might not have that either. That's kind of like a passage. Like, that's like a red flag. Like, oh, they have the NXT title. Oh, that's the next person they're going to be bringing up. And maybe they won't. But I don't see him coming up because he doesn't have those mic skills. He doesn't have. He's an amazing wrestler. His talent's like the main thing. But I think that would be the only thing. He doesn't have mic skills. His people skills are wishy-washy. I mean, just his presence on stage is, it's okay. Personally, the NXT crowd cheers for anybody.
They do. They're cheer horns at this point.
So, I mean, coming up to the main roster with, like, thousands of people, with thousands of people watching, he doesn't have it. He does not have it. Honestly, with this whole situation, I would not be surprised if they bring somebody back out of retirement or even The Rock, honestly.
That would cost a lot of money for them to bring back The Rock, but it's hard times right now.
Exactly. Gotta do what you gotta do. I mean,
I think it's more likely they bring back Triple H than they bring back The Rock.
I was gonna say that too, but then, I mean, who would he face? Like, how would you flip that? I mean, because the number one contender is Roman Reigns.
Not anymore.
Who is now?
There's no number one contender. The winner is going to be the champion, and there'll have to be a new number one contender. Now,
I know, but he's still the number one contender. So how would they flip that? Either way, Roman Reigns is still gonna be in the spotlight. How? So we all know it's gonna be Roman Reigns, or it's gonna be Dean Ambrose. Who is gonna be heel? That's like the number one thing.
I got a curveball. I just thought of. Now, what if they go through this tournament and Roman Reigns actually wins, and Triple H comes out of there and starts crowning him that, and then he just pedigrees the crap out of Roman Reigns and has a ref come out there and say, "I'm facing you right now for championship," and beat him. Now that gives Roman Reigns a little credibility, saying that he actually was a WWE champion, and also gives Triple H the power to be like, "Hey, I'm the authority. I picked who's my champion, and I don't want you." And that'll give him an end to wrestle. And honestly, like, they need somebody credible like that as a heel, and there's no credible heels out there. He would be the perfect credible heel.
I like your thinking, but I don't think they would do that to Roman Reigns.
Oh,
I think Triple H would do that. I do, but not to Roman Reigns. I think that they would make Roman Reigns last a little bit longer than 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Well, they did the same thing to Daniel Bryan. Twice. They did the same thing to Daniel Bryan
That's
twice.
because Daniel Bryan got injured. Roman Reigns is not.
No, I'm saying they literally gave him the title, and he lost it a couple minutes later when Randy Orton cashed in. And then the second time he won it, he got it stripped because a ref cheated and counted too quickly. And that's they clearly showed Triple H paying off a referee for counting quickly. So that was 2 times he won the championship and held the title for less than 1 day. It's a way to build up how many time champion he is. Like,
but I don't think they would do that. I don't think they would do that with Roman Reigns. I don't know why. I just don't think that they would do that. But I just had this crazy thought in my mind. What's going on with Sting?
He's out.
Really? Like, for good?
No, he's not out for good, but he did have neck surgery, and he's going to be out for a while if he ever comes back.
This would be the perfect time to bring back Sting as the Authority. That'd be awesome. I like this really weird itch that they are going to bring back somebody. I don't know who. I don't know how. And if they don't bring him, because I don't know, it just would be, I guess.
It would be the perfect time to bring somebody back, but the problem is who? Like I said, like Daniel Bryan would honestly be a good time to bring back Daniel Bryan, and the fact that they could either make him a face or a heel, and him actually being heel would probably be a little bit more dramatic. I don't think they'll do that though.
Daniel Bryan, no, he's too much of a people person, too much. People can relate to him too much. But if they did bring him back, somebody, guarantee you, if they brought Daniel Bryan back, Roman Reigns would turn.
That would be the perfect time to have Roman Reigns turn. And would you have him join the Authority at that point, or just be a lone wolf?
Lone wolf, come on! Like,
I'm just saying, like, there's gonna have
Authority out of it.
There's gonna be some sort of authority pushing you. As much as you don't like it, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
You know
They're
who
gonna
I
keep
want?
the Authority for a while.
You know who I want?
Who?
China.
Okay, that's never gonna happen.
No, I'm getting stupid. I hope so. Okay, just get past the whole porn thing. Okay, just get past the whole porn thing. Reinvent her, where like everybody just forgets that she was, doing the nasty out there in the world, and just bring her back.
Yeah.
She would actually suck, though, honestly, I think.
She is super
No
old.
pun intended. Sorry.
Wow.
I just seriously didn't mean to say like that. I just think
I'm
that
sure you didn't.
she's too old. Like, I don't know. She's been worked over too many times.
She has been worked over way too many times.
But you never know. She might still have it. Anyways, that's my dream. I want China to come back so bad.
Yeah,
But I'm
that's
just
not
being
bad.
stupid at this point.
Yeah. So I do think that we do have this idea of what possibilities may happen. We don't even know what the tournament's going to be yet, but we're going to find out more tomorrow night because that's going to be on Raw. They're going to talk about it on Raw. I'm sure they're going to do maybe qualifiers, blah, 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 and maybe have some kind of inkling of where they're going to go. Like, is the Authority going to start recruiting other people now? Is Seth Rollins actually going to go out on stage and vacate the title? Because if he actually does go out there and vacates it, I think that might be a good way to have the transition of him turning face. But it's all uncertainties at this point. But it's really exciting because this is something new, and WWE has to react very quickly. So this is going to bring fresh storylines for the first time in a very long time.
You know what I heard as a rumor?
What rumor did you hear?
I heard that Sting is going to join The Undertaker and Kane.
He's out. That's not going to happen.
It's a rumor. It's a legit rumor. And here's the reason why. No. Hear me out. Here's the reason why. Is because they're going to have a match. And it's going to be 2 against 4.
Yes.
Usually, they like to have it even. So who's going to sit out or who's going to join them? Who would be the perfect person to join them?
In theory, it would be Sting, but again,
he just has not
I am shooting that rumor down so hard because he's not going to wrestle. Like, he literally cannot physically wrestle. He's not physically cleared. Rumor done. I'm getting rid of it. Sting will not be.
You never know.
No, I 100%.
Oh my gosh. No. You never know.
I do know.
I have hope.
I am moving on from that. But that Survivor Series, I am interested in seeing who they're going to go with. I can kind of see maybe primetime players, maybe.
No.
You don't think so?
Until the Dudley Boys. Until they get rid of the Dudley Boys, the primetime players are out. They are SmackDown material.
No, I'm just saying, like, I can see, and maybe not even primetime players, I can see Titus O'Neil, considering the fact that he's been beaten up a few times by the White families, but he actually stood up and actually had some sort of fighting spirit against them, unlike everybody else. That's the only reason why I said Young. Heck no, he's not going to be in that match. It would be just Titus O'Neil.
No. And you know what? Here's the reason why I think he's not going to be in that match is because they tried him as a solo wrestler already. People didn't catch on to him. It didn't really stick. Like, it just didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why. Like, there's really nothing else, honestly.
I get that, but it's different. Because he didn't have the momentum he does now.
He doesn't. But, you know, I mean, well, I don't know. I don't know. See, I just don't think that they would touch that tag team. But I was going through the tag teams. Like, I'm trying to, like, go through everybody in my mind. Okay, and there could only be a handful of people. You know, Sheamus, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Dolph Ziggler, Kevin Owens, Cesaro, possibly.
Cesaro will be in it.
I don't know, because, again, how many people are they going to have in this match?
Which one match are you talking about? The Undertaker and Kane one?
Oh.
Or are you talking about the World Heavyweight Championship one?
The World Heavyweight again. Sorry, I'm going back and
wow.
forth. I know. I'm sorry. Honestly, I don't see anybody I think the reason why I went back to that, is because I don't see anybody joining.
There has to be somebody. And, I mean, Dudley Boys make sense. Because they I believe for a time they might have been actually a part of the Ministry of Darkness, maybe?
Maybe we'll have to look into that. Sorry, because here's what I'm looking at, and here's how I connected the two, is that they will not, these are going to be the two big matches, okay?
Yeah.
It's for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship belt and the Brothers of Destruction against the Wyatt family. They are not going to put the same person in both of those matches. They're not going to do it.
They're not.
So that's why I'm like shooing people out. So that's what I just want to let everybody know. That's what I was connecting. Okay.
She's trying to recover, and it's not quite working.
Whatever. No. I am being clear of how I was connecting the two.
Okay.
Anyways, like I was saying, I was going through the
roster
tag team the tag teams in my head. They're not going to have the primetime players. I don't think they're going to push the primetime players up until the Dudley Boys are gone. Now, they might do the Dudley Boys, and do like old versus new. But I don't see it happening, honestly, because Kane and The Undertaker, they march to their own beat, and they have like similar characters, and then to like have the Dudley Boys come up in there, I just don't see it, I don't know. Honestly, I can see Sting. I know that he's not coming back or whatever you say, but I see it. Honestly, I see them bringing back, either doing two things. They bring back old characters that we haven't seen, nor did we see coming, and they shock us, or two of them sit out.
I can see somebody coming into that match that's which we're talking about the Survivor Series match, just to make clear for the listeners. I can see JBL.
No way.
I can see that because he does have he has direct ties to both Kane and The Undertaker. He was a part of the Ministry of Darkness, and he was part of the APA, which The Undertaker was the leader of the Ministry of Darkness and, de facto the leader of the APA for a while. I can see that to a degree. And that would be a curveball that they could, plan. I could see them doing something like that. Do I think it will happen? Do I want it to happen? No. But I can see it happening. And doing one clothesline from hell and then getting bicycle kicked and he's out.
I don't know.
But anyway,
I don't see it.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the WWE one real quick one more time, and then I want to do one thing that actually did happen, another feud that's going to probably show at the Survivor Series. I can see Cesaro being in that match. Maybe not for the actual championship, but I can see him being in one of the qualifying matches for the lead up to the championship. I can see Cesaro being in there for sure because he's one of the bigger faces. To me, it just seems completely obvious that it's got to be Ambrose or Reigns because I don't think they're going to put Kevin Owens on that platform yet unless they're going to trick everybody and just do Bray Wyatt.
Honestly, the people that we know that's going to be in the match, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, Sheamus,
Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens. Dolph Ziggler.
I think Cesaro.
Maybe not. Dolph Ziggler might not be because of Tyler Breeze.
I think he might be. I think they're slow building that feud because I don't think they will have a match at Survivor Series. I could see Tyler Breeze costing him at Survivor Series, and then them doing like him demanding a match.
Maybe that's possibly.
I can see Cesaro for sure being in it.
You are all over Cesaro now.
No, it's not that I'm all over Cesaro. I could just see him because whenever they need a face in the pinch, they always go to Cesaro. That's just how they've been doing.
True. Who else is there? I mean, really? What matches? Okay, let me ask you this. Here's 2 matches out of a pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
What other matches are there going, like, what other, okay, so we know U.S. title. So Alberto Del Rio. And Jack Swagger.
That was what I was going to lead to. Thank you very much. That was not really confirmed until SmackDown. It does seem like they are going to do a feud with Alberto Del Rio, and Jack Swagger, because Jack Swagger went out there to help Neville, who got his butt destroyed by Del Rio, which is really weird because they pushed Neville so hard, and how badly he got destroyed by Del Rio just doesn't make sense. And then Jack Swagger, who hasn't been on TV in like 6 months, he comes out there and saves them, and they're gonna get into a feud again. It's disappointing. It's disappointing writing from WWE.
Yeah, but they freed up Neville, so maybe they're gonna give Neville that push that they tried to do and it never took off.
Well, why would they give him a push when he literally he had no chance in that match? Like he got destroyed. They're not gonna push somebody that got destroyed by the U.S. champion.
Hey, isn't that how it always is though?
Not that he got destroyed.
That's how it always is. People get their butts kicked, and then all of a sudden it's like this big push, and he's on top of the world, and he's winning. And then every now and again he loses, and it's like we talked about that on our very first podcast, second podcast, nope, first.
Yeah, I don't see that.
Okay, but anyways, so WWE Championship or World Heavyweight. And then Bray Wyatt versus Brothers of Destruction. Okay. For the U.S. title, Alberto Del Rio, Jack Swagger. Tag team, what are they doing for that?
That's another thing, too. Like, if they do have a tag team match, it seems like at this point it would be...
Usos.
It probably would be the Usos. Like, at first it looked like... Lucha Dragons would be that because they were on fire, and then they just got destroyed by the Wyatt family on SmackDown. So it would make me think that the Usos, because they just came back. So it'll be Usos versus New Day.
And then what's going on with the Dudley boys?
Nothing.
Yay! And then
Charlotte versus Paige.
Yep, the Divas. Okay. And then are they going to have 2?
Who?
Divas? Team Bad and Italia.
I don't think they might on the pre-show, maybe.
Maybe. That's another thing, the pre-show too. They always have a match in the pre-show.
Exactly.
And they might not though. I don't know.
Well, they're going to have a match, but it might be garbage, like another Neville versus Bad News or something. Anybody that's not on the main card that they have free back there, like, hey, YouTube, put on your wrestling gear, you're gonna wrestle.
Okay, and then for the Intercontinental,
they're not going to do that at the pay-per-view, I don't think. But if they do, it would be Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens.
why?
Because they had a feud all last week.
Maybe.
Because those were the last 4 in that match for Survivor Series on Raw. It was Kevin Owens, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins before he got injured. And then it just the fact that Dean Ambrose pinned Kevin Owens after those two, Reigns and Ambrose double teamed him. That called for a match on SmackDown, which Kevin Owens won by disqualification. And then he got beat up after the match. So that would lead to a direct feud between those two now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so then you have a couple of key people that are missing in action. You have Rusev, Ryback, and Big Show. Am I missing anybody? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches. 6 if it's Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose. But then you know what that would mean? That would mean that Kevin Owens or Dean Ambrose would not be in the match for the WWE.
It's going to be a tournament at Survivor Series. It's not just one match. Like, there's going to be a tournament leading to the coronation. So they could very well have a match. And then
they usually don't. Oh, sorry.
I mean, not them two for the Intercontinental Championship, but they could have a match at the pay-per-view. Like I said before, Kevin Owens will not be defending his Intercontinental Championship at Survivor Series. I'm pretty confident in that, especially now that Seth Rollins is injured.
Okay, but that's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches.
But again, it's a tournament, so there's going to be, Cesaro versus blah, 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 and the winner is going to face, the other winners of the bracket. It's going to be I believe there's going to be at least 8 wrestlers, so there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches there.
I guess.
That will fill the pay-per-view.
I guess. But then, I mean, looking at all of this stuff, you're still missing either 2 opponents for the Brothers of Destruction, or they're not going to do something with half of the Wyatt family.
Like I said,
I don't know.
Dudley Boyz seems like the most real option in that scenario because, one, they're around during the Attitude Era where they have a connection with the Brothers of Destruction. That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Other than that, who knows if they actually have that match? Like, there's still nothing truly confirmed. I mean, everybody's assuming there's going to be a match at Survivor Series, and I'm assuming there would be. But, I mean, there's nothing confirmed because everything's probably changed.
Yeah. Well, we got 2 weeks from today to figure it out of what's going on. Do you want to move? I mean, is there anything else to cover, really? I mean, honestly, everything is up in the air because of Seth Rollins.
I do think that's basically all we really need to talk about. We'll have more answers tomorrow night because we will figure out what's the format of this tournament for the World Heavyweight Championship. And we will see if they're actually going to push forward with some feuds. Like if they're going to push forward with Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens despite the tournament. I have no idea. We don't know until tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't know. I have nothing more to add. Is there any more rumors or anything going around?
Nope. I think we're pretty good on this episode.
I think so too. I mean, pretty much we don't know anything. We don't know anything.
We don't know anything since Seth Rollins tore his knee up. Well, but actually, I do want to add the fact that I think it's personally impressive the fact that he finished the match that he was in. He finished. He actually gave his opponent, which I don't know for sure, power bomb, and he pedigreed him before actually walking out in pain or whatever after his knee got tore up. If you want to hear more about that, check out our Facebook page, and I linked the article where it's on WWE.com. Other than that, make sure you check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Podbean.com. We are now on iTunes. We are up to date on iTunes for our episodes, so check it out. Make sure you keep listening to us. Right now, you can ask us questions on Facebook or through the live stream on our Hangouts page. And make sure you keep listening to us because our podcast is straight money in the bank.
Yeah, I got some stuff to add before you wrap it up.
I figured.
Yeah. What was I going to say now? Really check out our podcast. Wow. Do that too. Really check out our Facebook because we have news. We have news, we have gossip, we have rumors. We have conversations about what do you think is going to go on in WWE. Not only that, we have NXT stuff, we have WWE Network stuff, we have keeping up on WWE Universe and like the movies that they're making. What else? Yeah, and just like fun other things. So check us out. Definitely check us out on Facebook. Again, comment. We'd love to hear your feedback. We'd love to hear what you want us to talk about. We'd love to hear what you don't want us to talk about. We'd love to hear what you want. This podcast was a little up in the air because everything is, as of right now, up in the air. We don't know what's going on. So, and we will get set on a specific day and time. We're just kind of trying to figure out what day would be best. So let us know. Give us your feedback. We'd love to hear from you.
Yep, because we love wrestling and that's what we do. So just give us the feedback so we can help you guys enjoy wrestling with us because we want you to join our pleasure of wrestling. And my hands is just in the air. Anyways, we're gonna wrap this up because we're getting a little bit tired. So make sure you get your wrestling on. Until next time, peace.
Bye.